Are you guys seeing the PPT screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all for another exciting session. And this time we have came up with you know a, a very new topic. It's Salesforce Revenue Cloud Advanced. So in this session, you're going to know the tips and tricks, how the Salesforce Revenue Cloud Advanced helps a business to streamline your RevOps. That is going to be the main topic. Um, so about speakers, myself, Vettichalan Manoharan. I'm a managing partner in Cloud Life Private Limited. Um, I have over 13 years of experience in Salesforce ecosystem, and I have worked across different, Salesforce products and domains. Uh, Also work with, like I specialize myself in field service management, especially around Salesforce field service and Service Max. And you can check out my LinkedIn profile, email address, everything there actually. Yeah. So my co-speakers are Vignesh and Deepan. So I will let them to go ahead and introduce them. So yeah, over to you, Vignesh and Deepan.
Hi, I am Vignesh. I have 3 years of experience in the Salesforce ecosystems, and also having the six Salesforce certificate like both admin and advanced admins and development. So the CPQ specialist, also the A associate. And also I have the good hands-on experience in the CPQ as well as the revenue clouds. And also I work the projects like telecom company and also the fiber optic company. So that's all. Deepan, over to you.
Hi everyone, myself Stephen. So I have been working in Salesforce for about 3 years, mostly on admin and CPQ projects. So I have handled the chance to user setups, automation, security, and CPQ configuration that make quoting and pricing smoother. So right now I am diving deeper into Ravani Cloud, especially product catalog, billing, and order management. So I really enjoy learning new models and applying them to solve real business challenges. And I am excited to go further in this space. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Oh yeah, Cloud Billing, right? So we started back in 2022. We specialize in Salesforce services, especially consulting, development, administration, data migration, and integration, and we do provide services like resource augmentation too. We also work on, UKG, workforce management, at the same time, a bit of HubSpot too, actually. So this is our profile. We have 25 years combined expertise on Salesforce ecosystem and have a 40 plus certification across different products. So getting into the details, so we have a lot to cover. So I just don't want to take a lot of time on intro side. So today's agenda, we will look into what introduction of Revenue Cloud Advanced, what it offers than the traditional CPQ. We just go through some specific scenarios on industry based. We will talk about the product design, the pricing management, the contract lifecycle management, the dynamic revenue orchestrator, billing, demo, and QA actually. Okay, so first we will go through the first 20-25 minutes. We'll go through the features which is available with the RCA. Then we will go through a quick demo. It will be a happy path kind of thing where you will get to know about the various features we have. So introduction to Revenue Cloud, right? So probably if you have worked on Salesforce CPQ, probably you will know, like it is more of a tool which is specific to, you know, uh, quoting, configure quoting, and like pricing and quoting, actually, right? So only mainly you design for quoting purpose, actually, right? But Revenue Cloud is not like that. So it unifies the entire quote to cash process, actually. Okay, so from your sales, finance, the entire revenue cycle can be managed from configuring, pricing, quoting, uh, contracting, order management, fulfillment to billing, actually. Okay, so the entire thing comes up with the Revenue Cloud, right? So as you could see, the various things, it is much better than the CPQ, where you will be able to handle complex pricing, bundling, discount related stuff, and the product models and designs are pretty much the same we add in CPQ, but here it comes up with much flexibility, and it is more of Revenue Cloud Advanced is more, I would say, for enterprise level customer uh, who really focus, like on scalability patterns. So the main difference, yeah, it is the entire life cycle which is covered, and comes up with a more complex uh, scenario handling and a much better improved UI actually. Okay, so that is how it is, the Revenue Cloud Advanced. The major differences, you see, the pricing, I mean, product configuration counting, as I said, it has a standard capability here. It comes up with very enhanced capability with guided selling, AI-driven recommendation. It works really well with Agentforce. Billing and invoicing, if you see billing, invoicing, revenue recognition, these things doesn't come up with your CPK, right? It needs additional modules, but here you have the integrated billing and invoicing capabilities. Amendments and renewals can be done in your traditional CPQ also, but here you can automate these things. Like any changes in your amendment process, renewal process, it doesn't need a lot of manual intervention actually. So you could automate process to make those things happen. All right. A lot of error reduction actually. Okay, so with the complex configuration, uh, more often the sales reps tends to make a lot of mistakes when working with CPQs. But here, uh, the alerts, validation, everything is in a much better way. It helps to helps the sales rep to view it much like you know it's very easy for them to see things actually, right? So that is how the RCA has been developed actually. So as I mentioned, scalability, user interface, much better than CPQ. The cloud native architecture designed for greater scalability and flexibility. The UI is more modern, intuitive. Things are very easy when it comes to coding speed and responsiveness. Okay, so a lot of pros, but the product is still mature, no doubt on that. But still, RCA is, it's evolving actually. So industry specific scenario, as I mentioned, telecom, and media can be a very good fit where they sell, like support tiered products, selling bundled offerings like fiber network, data, OTT, telecom is a very good example. And manufacturing is best when it comes to the RCA, where a complex product, right? Multiple machine parts makes a machine, actually, right? So you could bundle different products and make it as an end machine, which can be, sold to the distributor or resellers, actually, right? So you can handle your like after sales service, the warranties, everything can be handled in this. So healthcare and life sciences, where like you provide devices for rentals for clinics, or like a lot of other purposes, actually, right? So energy and utilities best suited, where a lot of consumption based billing happens. For example, electricity, gas, and renewable. These are the like some good markets which can fit into which will be which definitely RCA will help to scale their business in a much better way, actually. Yeah. So configure pricing code. I'm not going to get a lot deep into like theory part because a lot of demo stuff is coming in. So configure guided selling helps the sales reps to pick up a lot right products. We do have a guided selling in CPQ, but this is much efficient where you raise a question and it helps you out with the right products and combinations. Product bundling is there. A lot of rules and constraints, validation alerts comes into pictures. Pricing, volume-based pricing, tier-based pricings are there. Discount and approvals are there, right? And when it comes to quote, you can generate branded templates. One good thing here is, the RCA integrates with a CLM, any CLM, any third-party CLM, even your e-signature tool actually can work with the Congo CLM, DocuSign CLM, or a DocuSign e-signature Congo, anything, right? So this basically helps for a faster deal closure, right? So these are the basic things which you could do actually. Now coming to the product design. Um, as we mentioned, this works very well with the complex product structure, the pricing rules, bundles, everything handled by the product or management, okay, which is the backbone for the RCA. So if you see the main important setups or features we have here is product catalog management, price books, and product attributes, product qualification, product validation, and all that actually. Yeah. So different product structure in RCA. So simple and standalone product, which can be sold without any dependencies. Bundle products, where it is uh, a kind of package product. Multiple products will be there in it. Uh, for example, which is given mobile, can be sold with a charger, can be sold with any other components too, actually. Right. So that's one example. Like a parent product will be there, and other multiple child products will be there. Right? And subscription-based product, recurring billing kind of thing, just like how we buy Salesforce licenses, right? So, and the usage-based product, like how Agentforce license is sold now, right? The more you consume, based on that, your pricings will be the pay as you go model, actually, right? So, and service-based product for one-time or recurring professional fees can be handled, and asset-based products can be handled. So, these are few out of the box plus custom product which we can structure within RCA, which very minimal effort actually. Okay. Product price book, we know it's a very basic, but still, yeah, with the product price book here in product catalog management, it offers a lot of features. Still, your contracting process actually. So you can set up the same product with different region, customer segment, a contract. If you wanted multi-currency support, all these things can be handled with the product price book. So it looks like like a standard product price book things, but it does involve in every stage in your RCA. You know when it comes to the pricing calculations and your revenue generation. Okay. So attributes. Product attributes are like characteristics. Like each products can have. So For example, a descriptive attributes is nothing but a product can have a color or a size, but it doesn't impact any prices. A configurable attribute is something based on option chosen. The price can vary actually, right? So the storage capacity or for a hard disk is 100 GB or 1 TB. Based on the price will differ. Price induced attribute. This is again if you choose a product attribute as price included, uh, you don't need to add any extra cost to it. It the price itself is included in the product itself, so that is one kind of attribute. And deprived price attributes are nothing but for example, let's say you have a product of different quality or material actually. Okay, so let's say you sell that product for in metal, which costs you $100, but the same one which plastic costs you $50. That is where you define your product based on the characteristics, right? So based on that, your pricing can be adjusted actually. So product attributes plays a very major role in it actually. In RCA's pricing, discounts, and everything. Product qualification. So these are predefined set of rules. For example, if you say a product can be sold only for India but not available at US actually, right? So or it can be for only certain entitled customers but not for everyone actually, right? Or if you take a very simple scenario on a telecom world, not every place has a fiber enabled area, right? So a particular Mbps or Gbps speed can be allocated to area where fiber is enabled actually, right? Can be set up. So in such scenarios, you could use the product qualification and to filter the products actually. Product validation. So it is to show a selling if a sales rep is selling a product which is not incompatible actually, right? For example, the same example which I said, you are choosing a 1 Gbps product, but that particular customer lives in an area where fiber area is not enabled actually, and you need to show error message and basically it shouldn't forward actually, right? Because this can't happen. So product validation allows you to show error messages actually, okay, or validation messages. Product alerts, a similar thing, but it doesn't, it's not a hard block actually. Okay, so it will just alert the user saying, uh, you know, maybe you need to, suggest a different product actually, right? So that kind of thing, we could use a product alert. So the very difference between both of them is the other one is a hard stop. This one is just a, warning message out, it can be with the RC UI, right? So the alerts keep showing up very nicely, actually. So you don't need to click it auto refresh and shows you the alert if a product is out of stock. A lot of nice features are there when it comes to the UI in the code line editor and RC. Actually, we are going to see it in a few minutes. Guided selling, as I said, if you see the scenarios which I listed, if you wanted to filter it based on a product, eligible products, you can only sell an enterprise plan to your customer if they have more than only 100 users. So this guided selling is very nice than the CPQ thing. It often, I would say, even if a new sales reps is trying to use it, can behave like or can perform like a seasoned experts actually. Okay, so this is really much better guided selling than we had in CPQ actually. Okay, product selling models. So we have like a one-time sale model, basically one-time service, like a one-time product or service. You pay for it, that's it. You get the product or service, that's it, right? So a subscription model revenue, it's a recurring revenue, right? So for example, the SaaS license we are talking about, so you purchase for every month until your contract ends. Actually, okay? That is the subscription model. So evergreen model is pretty much the same thing, but here you don't have a definite end date actually. Okay? The main difference between subscription and evergreen is you take example for our Netflix subscription, right? You keep paying for every month, and you can stop it whenever you want. right? But it doesn't work that way for Salesforce or HubSpot or whichever SaaS tool you take. You sign a contract with them for a year. The payment term will be either monthly, quarterly, or early. So that is the major difference here. And the usage-based or consumption model, yeah. This is, for example, pay as you go kind of model, right? So if you have consumed, X number of GB data, then you can top up it with kind of thing. So that is the model. So hybrid model, you can sell a product with a subscription plus a usage or even a one time. So it is combined together. So and last one is a very common, like package bar, like bundled model actually. In a product, you can have a software bundle where it requires like a fee, like, or it can be a hardware product. It requires like a installation product, and you get a service contract product. So that it is kind of a packaged selling model actually. Okay? So the prices will be updated on the package level itself actually. Okay? So these are the, when it comes to selling model, yeah, all these things were supported in CPQ also, but the way you configure here will be a little different, and the way how it you see in the UI is entirely different actually. So discounting model, so the same thing as I mentioned. So we add the same slab discounts or block discounts. Um, like basically volume-based discount. If you buy a product, like for 10 users, then the cost will be $100. If you are buying for 100 to 50, then it will be $90. It's basically like a slab-based. And the telecom pack up to 100 GB, it's 10, and 100 to 500 GB, it's going to be $8 per GB, right? So this is going to be a block-based discount, right? So these are the popular discounting model which is supported by ASCII. The other one is attribute-based discount. As I mentioned, the attributes we just seen it in the like a couple of slides back. Based on the product chosen, you can set up the price actually. Okay, so if your internet speed is 100 Mbps, which is chosen, then the standard price is $50. But 500 Mbps, but still you are giving it for $45 a month. Okay, if the customer is willing to pay annually, actually. Okay, so let's say in such cases, you can have like this is what an attribute-based discount is actually. Okay? It requires users input, to apply discounts. Okay, so the next one, contract lifecycle management. So pretty much, as I said, the RCA supports the entire process from quoting to revenue recognition, right? So one main thing is the contract, which comes before the order part. Right? So a typical contract lifecycle will be, a contract will be created, then a negotiation happen, right? And you execute it, you send it to your customer for DocuSign signing, and the contract will be activated. And if the customer want to make any changes to the existing contract, probably they reduce the quantity of the product or increase it, or they return back certain things, you can make an amendment out of it, and you can even make a contract expiry or so, right? So this is a typical model, and everything works on the contract record here. But the best part here is the way you generate your contract document, right? So document can be generated automatically from your service contract. And as I mentioned, if you wanted to integrate, probably there are a lot of CLM, contract lifecycle management tool, right? DocuSign has one, Congo has one, and Aptus has one, right? So, Aptus has been acquired, anyways, right? So everything has their own CLM tool. You can integrate this, with any of your third-party tool. The same part on your signing also, actually. Okay, so this you can sign, send it for signing, and you can integrate with DocuSign or Adobe Sign or even Salesforce Sign. And once the signing is done, the contract will be activated automatically, right? So these are, these are the things which is not there in Salesforce CPQ, where you have to, make this happen. But here with minimal configuration, you will be able to achieve all these things actually. Okay. So order management. Um, in order management, I would say, like two parts. The main thing here is with the order orchestration or fulfillment part. The other one is the DRO, right? The dynamic revenue orchestrator. So here with the orchestration and fulfillment, you can create the records which is necessary from your order product and order, from your order and order line items. You can send it for integration to an external system like any ERP or inventory. It can be a SAP or QuickBooks, right? So any amendment changes made can be done on the order itself. This also can be sent out for an integration, right? So the main thing is your orders gets updated automatically based on your amendments and renewal. Uh, Here, like if you see, these are the things were not there in CPQ. This is fully even in Salesforce CPQ billing. It was not so robust actually. Okay, so one such feature we are going to see here is the decomposition part. A decomposition part, for example, let's say your order contains probably like 10 products actually. Okay, in the 10 products, right? Each product will have a different fulfillment model actually. Okay, so it has to be sent out to the customer's location. Okay, and even the fulfillment can differ actually. So let's take an example. You for a health science client actually. Okay, so they bought a device which needs an installation and also has a service contract. So the fulfillment here will be like, for example, the first fulfillment will be delivering the product. Actually, okay, the second fulfillment is sending out a technicians to their location to install the product. And then the third product is going to be a warranty kickoff, right? Which happens after the installation. So here, if you see, the decomposition is used to break down the the order as a individual components, and which can be used for further fulfillment process actually. Okay, so that is what decomposition basically is. And fulfillment here, as I mentioned, those product will have a different model of if you see the fulfillment task creation which I mentioned, for the physical product shipping is required. For digital product, provisioning a license, you need to provision a license for activating it. For service, you have to schedule a technician, right? So this entire fulfillment process will happen as task by task actually. So a decomposition happen. For each decomposition, a fulfillment will be there, and under that the different fulfillment task will be there. It can be dispatching, scheduling, delivering the product. All these things can happen in each stage of this. You can easily integrate with any of your ERP or any logistic tools actually. Okay, these are the very much nicer things which RCA provides with very minimal configuration actually. Okay, once this is done, then comes your billing part actually, right? So you can generate your invoice, and I think you can generate your invoice. So I think DRO, and it's again an example, nothing but a customer selects a 5G home internet bundle. Okay, it includes one router, a technician service installation is needed, a 500 MB internet subscription needed, and a OTT add-on is needed. Right. So decomposition happen, bundle broken into router plus installation, subscription, and OTT. So basically, we have four decomposition components now. So the fulfillment for each one of them is going to be different. For for router, it goes to the ERP and checks the product is available or not. Then you get that, and then you send it for dispatching. Then once the product is received by the customer, then you have to schedule a field service visit to installation. Once the visit is done, you have to activate your plan. Then you give your ODT subscription, right? So this is what I'm broken down what exactly a DRO is for the fulfillment process. So as I mentioned, finally the billing part. So billing also is integrated here. You'll be able to generate invoices in bulk, and invoices, automatically generated based on the product added in your order or your quote. It supports one-time product, recurring product, milestone based or usage based, and it generates. There is a batch scheduler which runs, and it will generate an invoice and will be sent out to the customer actually. Okay, so I'm just keeping all these things light. If we get into deeper, we might not be able to cover. Even the demo is going to take 40 minutes, I believe. So with that said, I will stop. I will hand it over to Vigneshwaran. He'll be showing you a demo around this section. Yeah. Over to you, Vicky. Thanks.
Yeah. So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah,
Hello.
go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone. So now I am explaining you about the product catalog management, pricing management, and contract, and also the order management with the real-time scenarios. So then the Deepan will explain about the billing part. So I start with the product catalog management. So in the Revenue Cloud, product catalog management help us to manage the entire product portfolio. There we can set up the product and group them. I can add the attributes. Also, we can define the rules to control the product for the sales. So in the product catalog management, we have the sub product called components having the catalogs, categories, and attributes. So some other sub components. I will explain you one by one. So first catalogs. So the catalog is nothing but it's a top level container in the product catalog models, and it is the organized collections of products. It may be the single or I can also create the multiple catalogs in the catalogs. So here we created one catalogs for the cafe products called cafe products catalogs. So you can see so created catalogs. So there we can added all our cafe products in it. So next one the categories. So inside the catalogs, we can create the categories to group similar products and the services. The categories also have the subcategories for the more detailed organizations. So here we created one categories called the machines under the cafe product catalogs. So under the cafe products catalogs, you see the categories called the machines. Next, jump into the products. In the Revenue Cloud, it can be classified the product into two types. First one is the commercial, and next thing is the technical products. The commercial products, nothing but these are the products or the finished products or the service customer can see and purchase. So the technical product is represent the blueprint for the fulfillment and can be used for the order orchestrations. Here we created one a commercial product as well as the technical products. So commercial product called show you the commercial product and also technical products. So commercial product called the coffee machines, and also the technical product called the coffee machines fulfillment, which is track the order fulfillment for the coffee machines products. So next, the product themselves in the Revenue Clouds, the product themselves can be classified into the two types. One is the simple product and another is the bundle products. The simple product is nothing but it is a standalone products, so there is no sub product on it. We can't able to create any sub products. The bundle products nothing but it is a group of products where we can add the sub products on it. I'll show you with an example. So here we created one bundle products called coffee machines. Also, we have the standalone product called 4 cup carry trays. So what is the major difference between the bundle product and the standalone product means? See the bundle product, we can able to create the sub products from the structured tabs. You see, it's a bundle product where we can create the sub products as a product options. But in the standalone product under the structure, there is no chance to create the sub products. See, there is no feature to create the bundle options. So this is a major difference between the standalone product and the bundle products in the Revenue Clouds. Then I'll give the quick walkthrough of the code line little features in the Revenue Clouds. So go to the code, demo codes. So this is how the code line editor looks in the Revenue Clouds. If you want to browse product and add product on the catalogs for the code lines, you can use the browse catalog buttons, and you can search any product to add any product on the code lines. You can use the add product search box. And if you want to add any assets or existing assets on the code lines, you can use the add assets buttons. And also we have the freeze column features in the Revenue Clouds. So you can freeze the column clicking the freeze up to the columns. It can freeze the column, and the scrolling is not available for the remaining columns. See, if you freeze the columns, the remaining columns will only available for the scrolling options. And also we have the filter search, the top of the columns, rows, where you can search the product based on within the code lines. These are the quick walkthrough of the code and edited features in the Revenue Clouds. And next topic is attributes. So uh, before I explain the attributes, I tell you about the guided selling. So guided selling is nothing but you can create a prompt that asks sales reps about the types of product what they are added to the quote. So then the Salesforce CPQ reviews their answers and show the product based on their response. This process called the guided sellings. I'll show you some examples. Here we created one guided selling prompts to add the coffee product on the quote line first. So I go to the Rose catalog. From the Rose catalog, I choose the coffee products. So in the screen, the top of the page, we have the guide me buttons. Use the guide me button to add the product where we created our coffee product guiding settings. So click the buttons. So here we see the created prompts available here. So you see what type of the coffee machines are looking for. Here I select the coffee grinder, and also we select some of the sub products like the standard coffee products, and also it is a bundle product, so let's select the bundle product. Then I click the next buttons, and automatically in the coordinator it will show the coffee grinder products only enable on the screens. Other product can be disabled. See, the coffee grinder products are enabled. You can configure the product for the code lines, and the remaining products we can't able to configure. It is and the disabled states. See, we can't able to configure. This is the guideline process in the running loads. Next to the attributes. Attributes are nothing but it is the characteristics of the product like size, color, storage, and or resolutions. It can be defined using the product specifications. So we don't have to create any separate product for the smaller variations. Here we created one attributes called machine size. So based on the size, we can show the product on the configure page. So I show you in the product. We simply created an attributes for the coffee machines product. Once you added in the product on the code lines, you can configure the bundle product by clicking the drop down button. Here we have the configure options. So click the configure options. Here we see created attributes there. Why we created the attributes? We have the different types of size of machines under the coffee machines. See high, medium, low. So we created attribute based on the size, and we give the values like high, medium, and lows. Using that, we can visible the product on the screen, as well as we can vary the prices based on the attributes. Later, I will explain you how the prices can be changed based on the attributes. So now go to the qualifications rule. And qualification rules basically decides that the customer is eligible for the product or not. So these rules defines inclusions of conditions and criteria can be based on the things like customer locations, account, attributes, related things. Here we can take examples for the qualification rule. Here we can qualify the product based on the regions. Okay, so I go to the account. So account. The account we have the field called customer region. In the customer region, we have two types of regions and the US and another one is outside US. And now we qualify the coffee machines product. based on this region. If the account having the US region, then only they will visible the product, coffee machine product on the configure page. Otherwise, it will not appear. So I will set the region as a US in the account. I go to the related code and I choose a product from the browse catalog on the machines. So it will appear on the screens because the code related account having the US regions. Then I change the region on the account. I will check the code again. So back to the account, I'll change the region as a outside US and go back to the code, same from the browse catalog. I choose and I will search the coffee machines. See, the coffee machines will not appear because these code related account having the region as outside US. So it will not qualify on the code. If you want to see the disqualified product on the screen, yes, definitely we can go. You have the funnel icon on the top of the page. You can create or you can click the buttons. There you have the two options. It's a qualified product and another is a disqualified options. You can simply click the disqualified products and click the apply buttons. Here you can see our disqualified products appear here. So this is the qualifications rule in the Revenue Cloud. Then go to the alert rules. The alert rules pretty much straightforward. They used to display the message to the sales rep during the product configurations. So here we take the one scenario. Here we have the products called milk check and the milk transfer along with the coffee machines. So in the code lines, see here we have the milk check and the milk cleanser along with the coffee machine. What the scenario means, if the sales rep select the both product, then the coffee machine's quantity is should be greater than 2. Less than 2, it will show you the message on the screens. So here I select the two products and having the quantity of coffee machine as the one. So it will alert the message for the sales steps to select. If you select both product, you can add the quantity more than 2 on the coffee machines. So I changed the sorry, question. So I changed the quantity. So now I changed the quantity from the coffee machines. So you can see the results. So the configure from the configure page. So some network issues. Save it. So I had the confirmations. Sorry, I have not changed the account region. So I change the account region. Go back to the code. Now I configure the product confirmations. Add a few the code lines. Through the configure buttons. See, select the both product and change the quantity one. The alert message showing. So I change the quantity greater than 2 and I refresh the page. See, the alert message is automatically disabled from the page. This is the alert tool in the Revenue Clouds and validation tool. Validations are simply can use to restrict the sales rep from configuring the wrong combinations of the product on the configure page. Here we take the examples. So here we have the product called milk cleanser and the paper cup copies. You see, if the sales rep select the both product on the page, it is a wrong combinations, then it will fire an error message to the screens. So I select the both product, so automatically the error message appear on the screens. So I deselect any one of the products. Deselect the paper coffee cups. So I refresh the page, then automatically the error message will disappear from the screens. This is all about the validation. So then we can jump on to the price management. So pricing management is the pricing strategy in the Revenue Clouds. We can configure the pricing with the different methods and the features. So this is the pricing management in the Revenue Clouds. In the pricing management, we have the subcomponents called price books and product selling models and price adjustment schedules. We'll see one by one. First, the price books. Price book is nothing but master list of product and services with the selling models. See, and the price book is same as like the CPQ. So the only additional features in the Revenue Clouds, they can add the derived price features in the price books. So go to the product to show you the features of the derived. So derived price is nothing but that means the price of the one product can be derived from the another source. The sources may be like the products or the assets. So the related show you the derived price features. Under the product related price books. So we're having the see. So on the price book, yeah, I think they is derived features in the price books. So this is about the price book. Next, product selling models. The product selling models defined as how we can sell the products. It basically describe based on different selling model types. There are three main types. One is one time, next one the term defined, and another one is evergreens. One time is basically is a can sell product at once, not as a subscription product. A term based, you can sell the product with a fixed end date, like a 12-month subscription. And evergreen is the ongoing subscriptions that continue until the customer cancels. So the product selling model also available on the product list. See, so in the product selling model, you have the own options called the prorations policy. So proration policy is nothing but basically describe the when the customers start or end the subscriptions pathway through the billing periods. Basically, controls how we calculate the leftover amounts, whether we can add them at the beginning or the end. This is all about the product selling models. Then the price adjustment schedules. So in the Revenue Clouds, price adjustment schedules are the key features of the within the Salesforce pricings are designed to facilitate the dynamic pricing models. Uh, so instead of fixed prices, you can automatically calculate and adjust the price based on the different conditions. The price adjustment schedules basically have the three major types. One is a tire based, another attribute based, and the bundle based. I will explain you the tire based and the attribute based pricing changes. First one, attribute based change. Here, simple that the price changes depending on the product attributes. See, so here we take on scenarios with the coffee machines product. Based in the coffee machine product, we have the attributes called machine size. So we will discount the $5 of coffee machine product based on the attribute values. Where the sales rep select a machine size high, the actual price of the product is 25. If I give the machine size as a high, then automatically the discounts applied to the product of $5 from the total prices. So and some refreshing notes. So here you can select the attribute size high. Automatically the 5% of discounts will apply to the product and automatically comes from to the 20. So next thing, tire based. So representing points. So here I choose machine size high. So automatically the price vary. Some refreshing problem. That's right. Network problem. So here in the tire based pricings.
Two minutes, guys. I was facing some network issues.
So I will explain you the tire based pricing models. The tire based pricing models depends on the quantity of the product. Here we take the example for the coffee grinders. If the coffee grinder quantity is range from 1 to 10, then we will apply the 10% of discount to the products. So I go to the code. Go to the code, select the demo code. So here I already add the coffee machines, and now I add the coffee grinder. Paste in. And do this is select the code and add the coffee grinder. Save the code.
Please skip and proceed further.
Oh, okay. So product added on the code lines. So next one, derived pricing. So derived already explaining about the derived pricings. Here we take examples with the product called the coffee grinders and with the options of the standard coffee grinder. See, coffee grinder is added on the products. So I explain you the range discounts. So here I give the product, added the product and the quantity from the 1 to 10, under the one tens, give the one quantities. So automatically 10% of discount are applied for the product. The 10% the discount price as the 50. The 10% of product is for 5. So automatically reduce 5 from the 50s. So update as a 45. So this is the range price. Then the delivery price. Here we can create two products. Under the bundle products grinders, we have the two products. One of the product we give the delivery prices, so standard coffee grinders. We can, but we can didn't configure any prices for the standard coffee grinders. The automatically prices can be updated from the coffee grinder with the 10% of total prices. So, instant prices. So total prices of coffee grinder is 45. Then I added the standard coffee grinder. See the 4.4, which is the 10% of total prices of the coffee grinders. So next I move into the contracts. Contracts are the Salesforce contracts. The underlying features allow for this generations of contracts document from the templates and also tracking the terms, obligations, and pricing specific to the customers, typically associated with the opportunity order and the code. So already we have created one contract. So in the contract, we can generate the documents. So the version details is about the history of contracts negotiated with customers. And document, we can generate document using the generate contract. And also we can import contract, then we can generate. Also, we can manually create the contract by the Microsoft 365. So now I generate the contract for the line items. Already we created one contracts. Now I generate. So refresh the page. Automatically the document will appear on the screens. So this is the contract process, status process. Based on the based on the features, it can be automatically updated the status. Now I'll show you the generated contact. See our generated contact for the line items. Once you generate the contact, you can simply check in. If you want, here we didn't configure any approval process. If you have any approval process, you can give the submit approval. If the contract approval, then the status automatically changes as a approval or reject. If you reject the contract, it automatically reject update as a rejected, and if you approve the contract, it update as a approved status. So here we don't have any approvals. So I jump into the negotiate. Based on the status, the actions will be available on the screen. So after the negotiations, we have the signing process. So automatically show you the signing process. So click the send for the signatures. Here we have the signing setups, the subject, content, message, and the additional documents. So in the e-signatures, we can integrate with any signature application like DocuSign or Adobe. Using that, you can e-sign the documents. Here we didn't configure the DocuSign setups. So the how the DocuSigns do, it will trigger the email going out to the customer, prompting them to log into the DocuSign and sign the document. If you want to use change the e-signature app like Adobe by changing the to launch the OmniScripts. So this is about the contract document generations. So once you sign the code contracts, change it as a signed. After that, you can activate the contract. So once you activated the contract, you can't change the status. So it will not allow you to change the status. So then in the contract we have the obligations. Obligations to enable tracking contractual commitments is more structural manner than the only in the text of the contract documents. I created one obligations for here for the payment terms. So here we have the user to assign the follow up the contracts, and here is status of having the complete non-compliant and at risk, and also the party based on the first party or second parties or start times. And I save automatically the obligations will be show under the application tabs. This is about the all about the contracts. Then we jump into the dynamic revenue orchestrations. Dynamic revenue orchestration is nothing but to helping the business to fulfill the customer order with the flexibility and the efficiencies. So the DRO breaks it down into the smaller management and fulfillment steps. So the way the every product or service can follow its own tailored fulfillment plans. So basically the DRO has two main components. One is a decomposition and another is a fulfillment. The decomposition is the process of breaking down a commercial order into the technical products, services, and tasks need to fulfill it. And the fulfillment plan is once the order is decomposed, the system create the fulfillment plans. These plans track all the stages, tasks required to until the order is completed. The fulfillment plans having the tasks like auto task, uh, call out, manual task, the pause. The auto task is nothing but use Salesforce flows to process the fulfillment step, and the call out make the call out to a third party system to perform some tasks. The manual task to get user input for the manual enrichment data during the fulfillment. Here, I created one order for the code. So I created one order for the code. So save that code. So from the code, I generate the order. So order created. So once you order created, go to the order. See the fulfillment lines. It will not showing anything because you not activated the products. Once you activate the product, the fulfillment will appear on the fulfillment lines. So here I activated the order. Then copy the order ID. like previous one. So once we activated, fulfillment plan is created under the fulfillment lines. So you see, our order placed product is confirmations, and the technical products are the decomposed product called confirmations fulfillment. It will fulfill the order process or the confirmations. See, and our uh, fulfillment plans, we set up one fulfillment plan with the manual task. Seems like so. Let's show you the. So the given and then like explain the billing process and the illustration and show you the plans.
I will explain. Hi everyone. So I'm going to explain about the billing in Salesforce Revenue Cloud. So billing in Revenue Cloud connect is configure, price, quote with the revenue life cycles. So it manages how a quote turn into an order, then into an invoice, and finally into revenue recognition. So the key concept for the billing in Salesforce Revenue Cloud include the order management, invoices, payment and collection, revenue recognition, and flexibilities. So in the order management, once a quote is approved, it's generate on order. So the invoice is create automatically based on the order terms. It may be a one time or recurring or usage based. So in the payment and collections, it tracks the payments received and outstanding balances. The revenue cloud organizations aligns with the account standards, and in the flexibility, it supports subscription renewals and amendments for great for SaaS and recurring revenue models. So let's get into the org. So here the code for billings, I have already configured for the product called the coffee machine. It is the bundle product. So once the code is gets approved, move to the order. So in the order product, we have a line items called the basically product arranged under the bundle product. So we can go for the initial setup for the billing information. So in the first one, the legal entity. So legal entity represent the business unit or subsidiary responsible for sales and billing. For example, say a global company may have a different legal entities in the US, UK, and India for complaints and tax purposes. So Revenue Cloud ensure the right entity is applied to that the invoices, taxes, and complaints match local regulations. And let's move to the billing treatment. So billing treatment defines how billing should occur for an order. It can be one time, recurring, or usage based. And it also controls the invoice grouping, billing cycles, and payment cycles. For example, the customer buys hardware for one time plus software subscription recurring. Both need different billing treatments, but it can be combined into one voice. And last one is the tax treatment. So in the tax treatment, it handled how taxes are calculated and applied. So different product or services may have different tax rules. In Revenue Cloud integrate with the tax engines to ensure the accuracies. For example, the software subscription taxed at 18% GST in India, but professional services may be taxed differently. So the basic setups will be set up for the each and every product for the order products. Once the order is completed, let's go to the contract. In the contract details, we have to fill out the basic details for the start date, end date, and the contract temporal free month, and the customer who is going to sign the contract, and the billing address. These are the basic needed information needed for the contract. So once the contract is activated, let's go for the billing path schedules. In the billing schedules, we have already created one records. So in the schedule configuration, we have to set this date, start time, occurrence, and the time zone based on your business needed. Once the schedule path is scheduled, and here you can see the invoice batch runs. So in the invoice batch run, we have to create the invoice for the ordered product. So here you can see the summary for the total invoices generated and total invoice amount are created. So in the related tabs, you can see the each product invoices. So here you can see that details of the each product invoices, and you can see the basic dashboard detail for the billing. So let's go to the billing dashboard. So you can see the billing dashboard for the operation controls. So in the invoice section, it shows the total number of invoices is 6, and it displays the total amount billed, and this will help track how much revenue is invoices, and the draft invoice, so the invoice still in draft status, and drafts are not final yet, and it can be reviewed, edited or corrected. So once it is reviewed, they can be posted to make them official. And next to the invoice batch runs. So in the invoice batch runs, so how many batch invoices processes have been executed, and it is used when generating multiple invoice in bulk, and also it saves time for billing teams instead of generating invoice one by one. And next to the credit memos. In the credit memo, it displays the total credit memos issued, and the credit memos are used for refund, adjustments, or correction to the invoices. So you can see the invoice batch run details. It shows the details of the specific batch. It includes the start time, duration, when it ran, and how long it took. In the status, you can see these completed. So the invoice generated for the failed invoices, it gives confidence that the batch run successfully. And next to the invoice run. So in the invoice run, it allows scheduling of future invoice runs, and it is very useful for automating recurring billing cycles. And next to the failed invoices. So failed invoices displays invoice that failed during the process, and here there are no failed invoices found, which means everything worked smoothly. And last one is the billing revenue transaction error logs. So it captured any error in revenue transaction posting, and currently there are no errors or logged, which indicate the clean billing run. So that's all about the billings. Next, Vivesh will handle the rest of the things. Thank you.
So show you the fulfillment plans for the product. Continue with that order managements. So here we have planned the tasks for the sales step for the uh, fulfillment process. Here we set up the task for the coffee machines products, and if the order placed, they can sales rep can follow the following steps. First one, the package, and second one, the package done, they can go to the dispatch, and if they dispatch the product, and then take to the shippings, and also the final step to delivery. The sales rep can follow these steps to complete the fulfillment. Once the order is fulfillment, uh, then automatically The fulfillment order is attached to the related account. See, you see, the fulfillment will automatically attach it to the related account. Also, the assets will also added on the accounts. That's all about the order acquisition. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vignesh and Deepan. I hope it was a bit helpful to understand the futures with the Salesforce RCF. For us at Cloud Belay, we have the expertise. We got started with implementation, and we are exploring uh, the pros and cons. And as I mentioned, RCA as a product is still maturing, and it will be a must. You know, demand future in some time actually, right? So everyone can definitely learn RCA. Uh, there's going to be a huge demand within the Salesforce ecosystem for that, and also customers will definitely move to it, considering the unified process from code to cash. I hope this session was helpful. Thanks everyone.